Hey loves, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. What's good? What's good, y'all? I am so sorry that I was MIA last week. Your girl was buried in trying to build a new brand aesthetic for one of our clients, and it was just le struggle. It was tough, y'all, but I wanted to be here, and I actually entered the week with a video. I had done this video all about some products that I had gotten in my most recent curl box. I'm gonna put up some shots, but you know when sometimes you film, there's just one thing in the video that is consistent and it's wrong. It's just like, why didn't I? And there's one issue with this video, and every time I watch the video, I'm like, I can't post this. I can't post this. But if you guys are really interested, if you're really interested and you want to hear about two products that I got in a curl box, they're really accessories, an accessory and a tool that I got in the most recent curl box, just let me know. I'll do it for y'all if you really want to see it. But I did create that video earlier this week, but since I decided not to roll with it, I said, you know what, let me come back because I really got stuff I want to talk to y'all about. And today I want to talk to you guys about something that is just really heavy right now in our society, and it's just really been coming up in my personal life with people that I'm close to, and I thought it would just be beneficial to talk about. So y'all know that we are in the midst of, you know, voting season, and it's really heavy right now, and it's all over, and I am not very heavy in politics. I believe in voting. I know that people died so I could have the right to vote, so that is important to me, but I do not talk politics. It's just not something that I'm A, really interested in, and B, this is the big problem that I have with politics. And I really think it's important that we're very careful, especially as believers. Politics has this sneaky way of creating even more division in our world. We're already divided by so many different things. I mean, we as a people are just divided. And when these political pushes come up and it's time to vote, people feel so strongly about the candidates they support, or they feel so strongly about their beliefs that it's very difficult for people to detach their emotions with these politics. And what happens is, if you put an opinion out there, if they put an opinion out there based on their belief, and you believe something else, and you dare to say that, it almost creates instant division, instant hostility, instant just chaos. And I have been seeing it crazily. And it's really intense. And I choose not to get involved in those conversations because I feel like there is no fruit from those conversations. I really don't. If anything, I feel like there's just more division that is brought about. And I just want us all to be very careful when we decide, if we decide to participate in political conversations. As believers, I think it's really important to stand in the gap, which is why I don't have those conversations. And if I come across people having those conversations, hey, I'm not just gonna jump in, which is something I probably need to work on because that's a part of bridging the gap. But if it's people I know and love and actually have a relationship with, I will do my best to bridge the gap with the love of Christ. In other words, instead of, you know, this person believes this or this person believes this, it's more like, I'm on the side of love. Okay, can we be on the side of love? Okay, I support love because at the end of the day, that is the command. And so I just am really, it saddens me to see everyone, not to see everyone passionate. I think passion is a beautiful thing, but to see everyone so passionate about things that have nothing to do with the love of Christ. I feel like as believers, our passion belongs with the love of Christ and bridging the gap between people, because Democratic, Republican, whatever your belief is, independent, whatever your belief is, you are allowed to have your opinion. We live in a free country. We can have our own opinions. But when you choose to voice them, I really think it's important that we think before we actually do that. And I'm just gonna take it back to my pastor. Very simple acronym for think. I'm sure all of y'all have heard this. A, is it true? Is it true? Is it helpful? Is it helpful? Is it inspiring? Is it necessary? Is it kind? And if what we have to say does not fall within this realm, if we cannot say yes to each one of these things, then we just really don't need to say it. Just my personal thought process on putting out information, putting out opinions, because if no fruit is gonna come from it, then it's pointless. It really is. And I really hate to see people supporting division in this world. We're already so divided, it's unreal. I wanna know what you guys think. I'm not trying to start no uproar, but as Christians, how do you think we can be helpers? How can we be peacemakers? How can we bridge the gap, which I think is so important? I mean, we're all God's people. All of us are God's people. He created all of us. And yes, at times the enemy will manipulate people to do his work, but at the end of the day, we're still all God's people. And frankly, the enemy is using this politics to cause even more division in God's people. I mean, it's just getting really bad, you guys. And it's all over my feeds. I see it all the time. Like, people just can't, voice an opinion without somebody coming through saying something that they don't agree with. And then you gotta, it starts off pleasant and then chaos, hostile. And I hate to see that. And so I want to know, what do you guys think that as believers, what can we do to help bridge the gap with these politics and, trying to have dialogue around that? Do you guys have dialogue around politics? I just don't do it. I try not to do it because I feel like there's no fruit. There's no value to your life that's going to come from that. I don't know. Tricky, but I wanted to really bring this up because we're in the midst of it right now, and I think it's prevalent. I think it's imperative that we as believers, have a plan to bridge the gap, or have something that we can encourage each other to do in these scenarios. So drop your comments below, y'all. Let's meet in the comments and talk about what we can do as believers to help bridge the gap, because this is rough, rugged, and raw. I love you guys.